On Thursday, the EFF Student Command Council expelled one of its members, Kganki Mphahlele, for bringing the organization and its leaders into disrepute. This decision follows Mphahlele's critical comments about EFF leader Julius Malema on X. In his post, Mphahlele accused Malema of attempting to impose Godrich Gardee as the party's deputy president. He further stated that the EFF branches prefer Dr Mbuyiseni Ndlozi deputy president position. We now unpack this further and make sense of it with Dr. Levy Ndou, political analyst. Dr. Ndou, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. There's disagreement in political parties amongst its members, its leadership. In the lead up to political conferences all the time, we see it across all political parties. But how often do we see members making a point or arguing vociferously with its leaders on social media being expelled? Is that a sign of an anti-democratic movement in the EFF?
Good evening, Oliver. Good evening to the viewers at home. It is always a difficult moment when parties go to elective conferences. What would normally happen is that political parties would prefer ensuring that contestation and competition is an internal political party activity. Most parties will prefer that such should be treated domestically, and whoever has to be elected for positions in the parties should be having sufficient support from the parties, and these elections should not be contested in a manner that beyond these elections, party members now treat each other as enemies, and therefore there are different factions that have developed. What the EFF, in my view, has been doing was to carefully try to treat this matter secretly and domestically. And of course, when it starts getting out to the public, it starts creating problems because you therefore also invite foreign influence in the leadership contestation of your different political parties. Whether you prefer candidate A or candidate B, comradeship and respect and party coherence should always be at the center of every political party. And unfortunately, it appears as if Kganki Mphahlele could have crossed the line, which could have necessitated his expulsion from the party.
I just want to make reference back to tweet once again, and I want you to take a look at it because the words in it are very clear that the language signals that of a party in distress. The tweet reads at the end of it, Julius and all his deployees must not dare to start a war with branches. War is a very difficult thing. Julius Malema responded to that tweet, by the way, and he said, "Try me, boys," was his exact response. Now, Kganki Mphahlele on the one hand talks about war, and Julius Malema on the other hand says, well, try me. What does it tell us about the state of the EFF heading into this particular elective conference? Is it a party that has sufficiently reflected on its electoral miscomings and shortcomings in the last elections, or is it a party that has now fully engrossed itself into infighting following the departure of certain leaders in the party over the last couple of months?
The war has always been the vocab of the EFF, and it will not be surprising that members of the party, including the expelled Kganki Mphahlele, would talk about the war, referring to the behavior of some of the leaders of the party. What I think we need to acknowledge first is that those that are in the leadership positions of the party are not immune in terms of having their preferences for leadership positions. These are the people as leaders and founders of the party who carry the vision of the party, who want to see the party going somewhere. Equally, when you recruit people to vote or join your party, you emphasize that this is a democratic party. Everybody is given an opportunity to air his views, but also at the same time, you also need to develop a framework in which certain things and conduct is supposed to be done. And I think in this case, Kganki appears to, in the view of the leaders of the EFF, he appears to have gone on the other side of the framework. But at the same time, you need the party that is able to reflect on their past, especially the past elections, and be able to build a strong, coherent party as they move forward, because this is the party that has not performed well in the elections, and this is the party which is a victim of an exodus of many prominent members who are leaving the EFF to other political parties. So the language that is used in the party, in my view, has to change to accommodate and respond to the coherent that you expect from the party that is in big trouble in terms of exodus and competition.
Yeah. Dr. Ndou, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. That is Dr. Levy Ndou giving us his view on the continuous infighting in the EFF.